All right. Hello. We have 0 viewers right now, so we will give you a few minutes for everybody to join, and then we will get started. On the left-hand side, or on the right-hand side, I guess you'll have like a question and answer option. So if you have questions throughout the training, then you can comment there. Brittany, yes, yes, I know how to say it, but I just forgot. Unmute yourself and say it.
It's Oots.
Ooh, I knew it. Okay.
Close enough.
Thanks. Brittany Oots. Her name changed. It's not my fault. So, okay. So she's going to be there. She's going to be checking all of your questions. So that way, if you have a question, we can kind of address it as we go. So what I'll do is I will, once we kind of get through this little bit of dialogue, we will, thank you. We will go to a screen and people are saying the link isn't working. So, oh, there's one viewer. We have one viewer. Brittany, can you see who the viewers are? 2 viewers. So the link must be working.
I can't. I think it's me. I can add the YouTube link.
There's 3 people now, so I think that, yeah. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. We're just kind of working out the kinks. So. Will it work on like the phone? It should work on the phone, right? You just won't be able to chat, maybe? I don't know.
Sarah, can you present yourself? Because I think I'm showing up on the YouTube station.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So you clicked on the YouTube link and it works?
Yeah, YouTube link works.
Okay. All right. Will you? Sorry, guys. I promise the next one will be less crazy. Okay. All right. There are 4 people, so hopefully it's working. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started here and just like give me 1 more minute just to hopefully get some more people in. I'm so excited there are 5 years. This is my first live broadcast and my first kind of real training. I did one for First Thursdays with Christina Stainbrook, and this is kind of my second one. So I'm really excited, and I'm super happy that Brittany is with us. I think that Lacey's going to hopefully join us in a little bit if we can kind of make that work. So what we're going to do, I'll kind of introduce myself. My name is Sarah Ford. I'm the Assistant Director for Warming Up with the Bardashians. And today we're going to be presenting about Workstation for new consultants. So if you've recently joined, you may not even have placed your first order. So the Workstation is going to be basically your workstation. So it's really important for you to learn how to kind of navigate your way through that, especially as your team grows and as you grow, because there are lots of reports that you can run, ways that you can kind of find what your team is doing. So we'll mostly just focus on placing orders and resources and a little bit of the training center, but there are tons and tons of videos out there that you can find and watch. but I have some new consultants, and so I wanted to be able to give them an opportunity to have some training from me. I just feel like it's a little bit more personal, and I love to be learning about leadership. So we will go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move over to screen so you can see. So here is the workstation. So I'm just going to log in. So as a Cincy consultant, this is one of the most exciting things that we have. Brittany, if there's anything crazy that happens or you need to tell me something, so go ahead and text me. Brittany, sorry. So this is the workstation, and you can kind of see everything. So it has everything for your team, for your numbers, for everything. So I'm going to just kind of go through the different tabs. So you can see news. So the news is going to be a great place for you to check very frequently. So like a lot of people check it every day, and I think that that's awesome because then you can see kind of, okay, here's information. They sometimes will post, they'll sometimes post like images that you can use because you're new to Cincy, but if you'll see here are policies and procedures. So it's really important to make sure that you know all of our policies and our procedures, because our advertising, updated Cincy and a lot of marketing and advertising, it's really important that you know what you're allowed to share and what you're not allowed to share. And here's the thing, like, I think it's easy to get a little bit frustrated about the things that you're not allowed to share, but it's really important that you remember that those policies and those procedures are all set up to really protect us as consultants and to help us grow our business in a way that saves our integrity. And so being able to do those things helps you to follow up with your customers, helps you to make those connections. So it's really important that you become familiar with that, and those will all be in your consultant guide, your startup guide. So you should have received a little packet. You know, so you should have received a little packet that basically shares with you all of that information. If you have any questions, I would highly encourage you to go to your upline, so your sponsor or your sponsor or your director or your superstar director, Christina. Maybe not all of you are Christina's, but so you can come to me. I don't care. So anyways, that's really important. That's just kind of a tidbit that I want to throw out there. But your news station is just, it really has a lot of the information that you're going to need. It updates you. It tells you things about Cincy or Volata. So that's awesome. So then your account, it's going to be, oh, they changed it a little bit. I haven't seen it like this. So basically, now I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say. So basically, what you have in your workstation account is all the information that that you would need. So like if you needed to enroll in Cent of the Month or in Cent and Warmer of the Month, you could totally do that. All your tax information, if you've earned more than $600 in commissions, you can get that information too on your workstation. So we will move to, I totally forgot about like addresses. So anyway, so what we'll do here is I'm just going to kind of do a mock party. So we're going to just go and like, this is the first party that I've ever entered in my entire life. So and we're going to go there. Basically, too, if you'll look here in your status section, it'll say when you place an order, it will say ordered, and it will say that posted. So the posted means that everything has gone through, you've completed your order, and basically they have it. Then it will go to printed, and so when it says printed, that means that you are very close to having a shipped order, which is super exciting. So it'll say printed, which means basically everything's printed out and they're going to throw everything in your bag. And then it will go to shipped. And so once it goes to shipped, you'll get, when you view your party, you'll get a little link that takes you to the UPS tracking. Or now we also have a USPS option. So it'll take you to the tracking so that you can see when your order is going to ship. So that is a really awesome thing that we have too, because, you know, if you have PWS or personal website, that's what PWS stands for, in case you didn't know. Personal website orders, you can see that when their order is going to be shipped. Susie also just added not that long ago, they added an option to where if somebody orders on your personal website, they will get an email from Cincy that says your order has shipped. So they'll kind of know too, and they'll have a link. So that's a really cool thing that they just added. So let's go here. Cincy order right here. This is how you'll start all of your parties here. So what you'll want to do is that quick tips. That's new too. So what you want to do here is the first step that you want to take is deciding how do you actually do this. So if I'm having a home party, then I'll enter all my information right here. And if for sake of like not needing an address, I'm just going to put a basket party because it's not at a physical place. So a home party is where you go to someone's home. A basket party is where you send them with a little baggie of testers and catalogs and flyers and things of that nature. Some people even include a buddy or some other things. Brittany Klopp is a really awesome person to kind of follow on Instagram because she has some really cute ideas about basket parties and invitations and things like that. So that's a great place to go for some resources. But you can come up with really awesome ideas too. But so then a fair or a show would be like an event. A fundraiser, of course, would be, you know, like if you were doing a school fundraiser or you were doing something to raise money. And then an individual order, which I really don't ever do. But an individual order would basically just be what you could do from your personal website, which I would suggest just ordering from your personal website because then you can actually put it towards a party so that you can earn post rewards off of that. So I have actually done an individual order maybe like once, and I don't even really remember why. So that's okay. But anyway, so we'll say that we're having a basket party. So right here is this says show on PWS, so that's your personal website. So I'm going to say yes because I want all of my parties to show on my website, because if somebody comes to order on my website, I want them to add their order to some party, whether they're with a party or not. So what I like to do, and we'll just kind of go ahead and do this now, is February online orders, no party, click here. So that way at least there's an option. So if they go to my website and they don't see, like, if they're not really with a party, then they can click on that and it can go towards something. So you could also say not with a party, click here. So that's an option too. So we're just going to say the ending date is the 29th. I'm going to use myself as the host. You're not going to look at my information. I'm going to say ship this party to the consultant, and we're going to continue to the next. So right here we're going to go to add a new guest, and we're going to click. We're not going to click yes because we don't want to ship it directly to them, and we are not going to. Hold on just a second. I'm going to fix something really quickly. Okay. I'm just going to make up here. I didn't really think about my address, so I'm trying to figure all that. We're not actually going to like ship this party anywhere because it's not real. So, okay. Sorry. Anything you want to say, Brittany, while I'm trying to figure this out? Um, so while I'm doing that, I guess we'll kind of talk about, you can have as many of these parties open as you want. And so it's really nice because then when people go, you can give them a direct link. Like before, that wasn't really an option. And so that's really nice to have now, because we didn't have that before, and so you kind of have to go and find it, whatever. So let me go back to screen share. Uh-oh, I hope everybody else can see me. Let me go back to screen share here. Sorry, Brittany just said that she couldn't see my screen, so hopefully that's not the case for everyone. Okay. All right, so I have, this is going to be February order, and that's weird. Okay, you see me? Do you see my workstation now? Basically what I did was I stopped sharing, so I wonder if that maybe did something. Okay, sorry. Okay. Promote your party. So you can click here, copy the party link, and it will take you, well, now it's trying to take me to my website, so that's fine. So I clicked on that. This is the direct link for my February party, so they can shop through there. So that's what they'll see whenever they, yay! That's what they see whenever they click on there. Brittany, I'll have to try to add you back. Lacey, I'll try to add you too. So let's go back here. So you'll copy that link, and then you'll be able to post it in like your Facebook parties or send it to your post. So we'll kind of get to the meat potatoes here now that I've kind of fixed it. So Mary is having this February online party. She wants to get the benefits. She can totally have them. So all that means is that, so if Mary wants to have that party, she says, you know what, I really don't want to do anything, then I'll be happy to have a link, and I'll just send the link to all my friends. Or, you know, if there is some kind of big sale going on, sometimes people want to have parties so they can send their friends there. But also, if people order online, sometimes they just click on random parties. And so that could help them as well. And so it's just a great way to easily get host rewards. So we're going to go to add a new guest. I don't want to ship it direct because if I ship it to me, then everything is free. So I don't want anybody to have to pay shipping. I would much rather than spend $5 on a bar of wax than $5 on shipping, which doesn't help me or them or their host. So sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here and I'm just gonna add Brittany. So basically, you're going to just add all the information. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to return to cart. So I know there's a couple of different things that that you will want to know when it comes to placing orders, because placing orders is basically the number one thing that you're going to need to do. So what you were going to need to do is you're going to need to really know your catalog, and you're going to need to know how to get the best deal for the people that you know, of course, want the best deal. So, so in your catalog on page 32 and 33 of the fall winter catalog, there's a section called Combine and Save. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through how to place a Combine and Save order as well, because that is the best option. So even if it's just, I want 3 bars of wax or 6 bars of wax, it's going to be really important for you to know how to enter that. You can make sure you get the right deal. Hold on. Okay, so let's say that I'm new to Scentsy. I've never had anything, or Brittany is, we'll say. Brittany's never owned anything from Scentsy before. And so she is super excited, and she is just like, she just wants to go to town with Scentsy. She just wants to go to town. So she is saying, you know what? I'm going to order a ton of stuff because I love this product. So she says, you know what? I want a perfect Scentsy combination, because with a perfect Scentsy combination, I can get 2 warmers and I can get 6 bars. So that's a heck of a lot of Scentsy. So I know that that's the best deal, because I know that if I get 2 premium warmers, that's going to save me $15. So, hello, why buy one now, buy one later? I could just buy them both now and then buy another one later. But, you know, you can get 2. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put in a premium combine and save. So premium. All right, we're going to put in Perfect Scentsy, which is the name of the combination. So what you'll see here is it's going to bring up all the different combinations that you can get. So we'll just say she's going to do premium. So you'll click your premium. So what this means is that you're going to go to a different screen, and Brittany's going to decide which 2 premium warmers she wants. And she's going to decide what 6 bars of wax that she wants. And so, you know, sometimes if I'm just trying to pick random ones, I'll just type 1 letter. And so it'll bring up all the different options. And so all you have to do is click what you want. So Brittany really likes the Depart Pralines. She knows that it's going away. So she says, I think I'll have 3 of those. She also really likes Cinnamon Bears. So she says, I'll take 3 of those because it's going away as well. So she gets, so there's her 6 bars. And it shows you right here, you have 6 and you have 6. So she's going to go into her catalog, and right smack dab in the middle of her catalog is a pull-out sheet that shows all the premium warmers in the same section. So she goes and she goes, you know what? I really like Crackle and Rose, and Crackle and Rose is discontinuing this month, so I'm going to purchase a Crackle and Rose. And she looks a little bit more, and she goes, you know what? I really like Thistle too, and it's going away, so I think I'll get that one too. So she decides she's going to get Thistle. So she types it in, and there it is. So now we know we have 2 warmers and we have 6 bars of wax. So, ta-da! Brittany has an order. Now, this is the month of February. So what does that mean? That means that everything is 10% off, right? Yes. Most things, except you have to know that that doesn't happen with Perfect Scentsy, because even at 10% off, you have a much better deal at purchasing this Perfect Scentsy combination. So you're going to save more money doing that. So it's not going to be $85. I mean, it's not going to be 10% off of the $85. It's going to be $85 because it's already discounted price. So you need to know that for February, and then we usually have 10% off in August as well. So let me go back to my page that I was on before. I'm on the wrong side. I'm really glad that the catalog is not like flipped upside down and 2 sides this next time. Okay, so let's say that Brittany is like, you know what, 6 bars is awesome, but I really want more. So Brittany says, I'm going to order a 6-pack. So in past, MP, 6PK, that was how we knew that that was a 6-pack. but you can also type in 6 Cincy bars, or you can type in 3 Cincy bars and get it that way. So we're going to do 6 Cincy bars, and we're just going to pick one because we are. We're going to say short 6 of those. We're going to save our multi-pack. We're going to go back, and here it is. Now, 10% off of bars. So yes, you can have 10% off of the bars, just not the combinations that have the warmers in it. So, but as soon I just want to check something really quickly. So Brittany says, you know what? I think I want one more warmer. I'm going to do something really cool, and I'm going to get an amber fluted weight shade warmer, and I'm going to get more cinnamon bear because I love cinnamon bear. And I'm going to put that in and combine and save. And I'm going to save like $6. So you can do your 10% off with your Cincy system because there's only one warmer included. But the other ones that have 2 warmers included don't count because, again, you're still going to get more of a discount using that perfect Cincy combination rather than using the 10% off. Hope that makes a little bit of sense. So that's kind of how you enter your orders. So I'm just going to add a few more things so that we can get to our party total so that we can look at host rewards. If I type in the word buddy, it's going to bring up all of anything that's called a buddy. So we have Eggman, which is new. Uh-oh. I don't know. I hope everyone's not having issues. Sorry. Let's see. Reviewers. Questions. Feel free to use the question and answer. I think that there's a section there for that. I'm kind of wondering if maybe me and Lucy and Brittany are the only people in this thing, but that's okay because it'll be recorded. So we're going to go back to our screen here. We're gonna add a buddy. So you can kind of see what that looks like. I'll just add Eggman because he's cute. I'm going to pick a scent pack. Just remember that scent packs do not come in every single scent that we have. A lot of them, but not every single one of them. So make sure that when your customers are ordering a scent pack, that you are looking in the catalog to identify in those sections that have it listed where what you need. So that way you don't have to message them later and say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't realize, but I've done that. It's okay. They're forgiving. They don't really care. If you help them and you're positive, they're not going to be that disappointed or anything. So I added Eggman. I picked a random scent pack, and then I went back to my party. So Eggman is $30. Let's add a buddy clip. Just got the dragon. So there's Scout the Dragon, $13.50. Woo! He's $1.50 off. He's 10% off. So, okay. So now we go up here and we see that our host is $204.10. So what that means is that that we have host rewards now. So, woohoo! We can use our rewards. So I say to Mary at the end of her party, hey Mary, we're at $204. I don't know. I don't know what. Sorry, I'm distracted. I don't know what you're wanting or if you have any outside orders, but I do want you to know that at this point you have $20.41 in post credit and you have one half price item. Now, if you'll notice, there's this other piece here, perpetual party reward. So what that means is if Mary has a party and Brittany decides to have a party off of Mary's party, then when Brittany says, hey, I'm going to have this party, I'm going to have this party, this is the day that I want to have it, then guess what? Mary gets a half price item at her party as well. And so that's a really nice perk because if Mary goes, she gets a half price item. It will not count towards Brittany's party because it is a half price item. So there's no PRV, there's no anything that goes towards her party. PRV is personal retail value, and so what that means is that's kind of what we get paid off of. So anything that is like that would be like Barney the Buddy Fly, he has a higher cost than he has PRV, but that's because a certain percentage of Barney is donated to autism awareness. So be cautious about that a little bit, so that you're aware, so that when you're adding up the party, you'll kind of know what to expect. So if Mary is your very first hostess, so nobody booked a party and she didn't book her party off of another party, so you just have a perpetual party reward. That's there. It's a half price item that you can have if you want it. So you can use it to build stock. You can use it to give a gift to your host. You can use it to have gifts for your next party. I mean, kind of whatever you want. You can use it for your own personal use. So if I want to buy a new warmer, I can have a half price warmer. So that's a really nice perk of that. So anyway, you could give it to Mary if you wanted to. Like, thanks for booking a party for me. How about an extra half price item because you're awesome? That's your choice. So half price item. So Mary says, you know what? I really, 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 really want the laundry care. I don't want to use all my host credit on it because it's $50, and so I don't want to use all my credit for that. But I do want to use the half price. I would say $25. So she says, I want the Laundry Love. Because Laundry Love is basically, it is a bottle of liquid, laundry liquid. It is a tub full of washer whisk, and it is 2 boxes of dryer discs, which equals 4 dryer discs. So you can pick and choose, but I like to be clean, so we'll just be clean here. But we can see the options here. We have all these options, which is fantastic and phenomenal. My favorites are Simply Clean, Jet Set Go, which Jet Set Go is, I believe, going away at the end of this month. Zen Garden, Coconut Lemongrass. I haven't used Zen Garden, but Coconut Lemongrass is like my all-time favorite. And then Black Raspberry Vanilla is another really popular one. And I have a friend who really likes white tea and ketchup. So anyway, I'm just going to click on one and just pick it. So Coconut Lemongrass, I'm going to pick Coconut Lemongrass here. I'm going to pick Coconut Lemongrass here. But I also have some Simply Clean, so I'm going to choose that as well. So we're going to save that. And as you can see, she now has her Laundry Love, and she's paying $25. So also with the 10% off, it is not going to be 10% off. It's not going to be half off the 10% off price. It's going to be half off of the regular value price. Still an awesome deal that you just can't beat. So then she wants to use her host credit, and she says, you know what? I'm only $5 away from a 6-pack of bars, and I really could use the refill. So she's going to get 6 bars. She really likes vanilla, of course. So that's how you kind of put in your information. So that's how you do host credit. So basically, host credit, this is what she owes you. If you wanted to give her a gift because she's been so gracious and it's $4, you can say, you know what, don't worry about it, I'll just cover that. I mean, that's totally up to you. But I'd personally don't really do that, but it's $4.59 extra left over. So you could say, hey, if you just sold if you just sold like another, like $50, you would have that extra $5 for it. So Brittany Rockwell, Brittany Colley asked about the PRV, which I kind of answered that. But she wanted to know if, she said she's losing broadcast too, but basically she wanted to know that if PRV is figured before or after host rewards are applied. They are figured before, because those host rewards don't count towards, like, so this $25 isn't going to go back into your host base. So that's not going to be included in your PRV, but this $4.59 is going to be included. See how there's that difference there between 204 and 208? That is the difference of what's left over in her credit. So that's your PRV. You're still going to make money off of that because it isn't discounted and it's not a credit. So it's money that's coming out of pocket, so that's your PRV. So you would get your commission off of that $5.59. So that's how you do that. Mary's going to give it to Brittany. She wants some counter cleaner. So that's her party. Then when she's all finished, she's going to go to this little button, click continue. And she'll enter all of her information. She can click, if she has Pay Portal, she could click Pay Portal and she could pull that money from her commissions. If she wanted to use her product credit, I don't think I have any credit right now, but yeah, I don't have any credit. But she could use her product credit and she could choose how much she wanted to use. And then she could just use a credit card. So something that I suggest too is that you double check your numbers also, because several times I've had people write their numbers down, or I've written their numbers down and I've totally written them backwards, or I've read them wrong, or whatever, or I can't read a number. And so make sure when you do get your order forms like filled out that you get all of that information at the top still. So sometimes I like to highlight those top fields that say name, address, city, state, date, host, day, phone, and email. You're definitely gonna want to get their phone number, because if you're going through this and it may be late at night, or it's the middle of the day, or you've lost a month and you're in a rush to get everything put in, and something happens with that card number, or something happens and it declines, you are going to want to be able to get a hold of them, because you may not be able to get a hold of your host, or your host may not know, or maybe it's just a friend of a friend that came to the party. So you're going to want to have their contact information, so if something comes up that you don't know, you can kind of go straight to them and say, hey, can you double check your numbers for me? That's pretty much what happens. Sometimes I've had customers who their card was declined and they said, oh my gosh, I totally gave you the wrong card, I'm so sorry. So that's just a basic thing, but make sure that you troubleshoot before you freak out. So if it says decline, don't freak out and think that, oh my gosh, they don't have money and this isn't going to work and they're never going to pay you or whatever. Don't pay for them, because unless you really know them, that is not really a good choice. But I would say if you do know them, whatever, that's your choice. But just don't freak out, because chances are you probably just have the numbers wrong, or maybe the expiration date is wrong, or maybe they even gave you the wrong card. Maybe their card expired last month and they haven't renewed their card and they totally forgot. I mean, there's lots and lots of different things. So troubleshoot through that. If you have any questions, ask your sponsor. They can always help you. And then you'll just process the payments and it'll go through, and then you will have your orders. And so that's kind of the basics of placing order on Workstation. That's kind of fast and probably a little confusing because we had a little bit of an issue there. So anyway, so we'll kind of go back here and just kind of run through our tabs really quickly, and then we'll kind of wrap that up. I will try to figure out what's going on and why everything is blacking out. I apologize for that. I don't know if maybe it's like the internet or something, but I have you have your contacts. That's a really great resource for you too, because that's going to list all of your customers. And this little thing here that tells you if they are subscribers to your newsletters. That's why it's also important to get their email address. And it says on the thing, like by providing me your email, then you're authorizing that you will accept newsletters from me. That's what it says on the receipt. So you don't have to worry about whether they are okay with it or not okay with it. They can always opt out if they want to. So that's the really nice thing about that. Then you have your orders tab, which will take you here. If you have an open order, you're going to be able to go to pending orders. Some of these are going to be deleted, but that's okay. So you can just delete it. Continue. So, and then it'll kind of tell you, it won't show your PRV total here, but it will show your amount that you have interest. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that order. So then you have your team. This has changed a little bit too. So, well, a little bit, not a whole lot. So they have that. Then you have your events. So any events that you attend will be listed here. And then you can kind of see where you register as well. So this is really cool. Oh, sorry. So this is a really cool thing. Like it shows you, like I went to an event. In the paper. So performance, that is really cool because it shows you like who your downline is and all of that. And so that's kind of a more extensive thing that you could get into later. Let's go into challenges. Anyway, so then your resources tab is going to be a great place for you to get information about any of the new products. The catalog is always on the workstation, so even if you don't have a catalog with you, you can see kind of all that stuff. So here you see that on the first of the month of every month, they show you what the new warmer of the month and scent of the month is. And so this is our warmer and scent of the month for March. So this is not available, but it will be available on March 1st. So they're showing you, so October's warmers of the month will no longer be available after March. So if you know anybody that wants those warmers, you need to let them know that. None of these are 10% off any longer, but like Welly's is still for 10% off right now. And then the snail will be 10% off for the month of March. Along with tulips, which is our scent of the month. So the snail will be $36. I'm assuming that snail is pretty big. Just considering its price. So anyway, it looks like it's an element warmer, probably. I think I should know that. So anyway, so that's kind of the rundown of how the workstation works. So it's really awesome. It's really cool. There's lots of different things. I suggest that you explore, look, and learn, because that is going to be one of your biggest tools for your business. So, should pop up. All right, going back. Okay, so anyway, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it recorded and we can share it and use it. So anyway, sorry, Lacey and Brittany, I don't really know what happened. We'll try again. And thank you for coming. I hope that you learned something. I know it was really quick and a little bit confusing, I'm sure. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions, you can always ask your sponsor or your sponsor's sponsor or whatever. So just let me know. I hope that this was somewhat helpful for you. And good luck in your business.